Hi there, it's Yvonne Radley from Big Me Up Media, and today I want to share with you my recent blog post. I've turned it into a little presentation for you, and it's a super simple Facebook strategy to get your blog seen by thousands of people. Now, for those that don't know me, I used to be a journalist for over 20 years, and I remember when I first got my front page on a national paper. It was the Daily Mirror. It was back in the 90s, showing my age slightly there. And it's when I was working as a senior reporter. The story was all about this murderer who'd gone on the run from a secure unit, and it caused a real storm at the time. But seeing that paper and seeing my story on the front page was the most exciting feeling in the world ever. And this is way before Facebook, so I hit the phone and to tell all my friends about it. And to know that your material is not only out there, but getting seen and making front page news is brilliant. There's no feeling like it. How does it make you feel to see your blog out there? And how would you like to get more eyes on it? And ultimately, of course, drive more traffic back to your website. It does get you hooked, and it's the same feeling I get nowadays when somebody famous follows me on Twitter, which I had one of those last week. It was really exciting. Or if I get a load of shares on a blog post. So you know what it's like. You spend ages on your blog post, and in reality we probably get 2 Facebook likes, and one of those is from your mum, the other one's usually your best friend, and you just ask yourself, was it really worth all the effort? Sometimes it takes days to think about what to write. You get a spell check to go over it, and maybe even craft some original pictures to go with it. You publish it, send it to your email list, post it on Facebook, and oh wow, it's like a deflated balloon, isn't it? Especially if only 20% of your list end up reading it as well. Is it really worth all that effort? So if only you had a magic wand that you could use to make sure thousands of new people could see your blogs. Well, cue Robert from the Big Me Up office. I did look for a picture for him to put in the slides, but he's very elusive actually. I will dig one out and try and show you a picture of him for future presentations. He basically checks all of our Facebook insights and knows what's working right now because if you're anything like us, you get totally frustrated with Facebook all the time because they change the rules all the time. So he's looking and he knows what's working on a daily basis right now. And this little strategy is working great for our bootcamp business. It can work for any business and it's perfect for fitness businesses, okay? So whether you've got a Zumba class, physiotherapy, any kind of fitness class, this is perfect. So there are a few basic steps that you need to go through before you get to the main pièce de résistance. 8 easy steps. Number 1 is that you have to write a blog, obviously. And any of your blog posts should always be informative. So you're giving information to your audience, entertaining, and obviously engaging with your audience. Secondly, of course, you need to publish your blog to your website. And third, don't post the URL onto Facebook. So instead, we're going to post a picture or a screenshot. Now, to get that nice and big, it wants to be 1200 by 627 pixels. You've probably noticed with Facebook, if you post your URL, it kind of shrinks it down into a little box on the left, a picture, and then you have a bit of a write-up on the side. And it kind of gets lost nowadays with the amount of promoted posts, sponsored posts, all the advertising that goes on. So you want your pictures to appear nice and big, nice and noticeable to your audience. So it's much better nowadays if you don't put the URL directly, but get a nice big picture. Then we're going to write the status update. It's just as normal, and in that status update, you want to really tease people to look at the content. Don't just write the title, and even the title, I'm hoping that you've thought of a good title for it. So you want to tease something. So you can talk about, revealed top 5 secrets, or discover, or how to always works really well, especially if you're giving people information. Mistakes, top 5 mistakes. Are you eating these foods? So think in terms of headlines. Now, once you've put the status update and you've got the picture ready to go, you can post the URL now because it won't go through to the website. You do need to post the URL, obviously, so that they can go through and read your blog, which is what it's all about. We're using Facebook and then ultimately Twitter to drive traffic to your website. So do not miss this crucial step. And make sure that your Facebook account is linked to Twitter and not the other way around, okay? Twitter is a different kind of animal, and you should be posting a lot more on Twitter than you do on Facebook. So it's really annoying if you've got it so that your tweets are coming on Facebook. You want it the other way around, so that Facebook is linked to Twitter. Get some blogs in the bag that are good to go, because this, you have to react quite quickly, this little strategy. Okay, so we are going to get over to the main party piece. You need to check your Twitter account. This can be any time in the day. It works particularly well in the mornings though. But again, check Facebook Insights and see when your audience are around. Usually there's two kind of peaks, one in the morning and one in the evening. So depending on when you put your blog out, use it then to check the Twitter account and see what is trending. When you see anything like this, #fitness, #fitness motivation, #obesity, #health, you add that hashtag to your status update in Facebook. You're probably aware now that Facebook do hashtags. Make sure you put it at the beginning of your post. Otherwise, when it goes through to Twitter, it will end up in the FB link, and you don't want that, because for this to work, it needs to be at the beginning. And hey presto, your blog, once you post, is now linked to a trending post on Twitter, and your audience just went up massively. It's a really good strategy, guys. Use it. Let me know how you get on with it. And if you want to check out this blog or any other blogs of mine and get some more media tips, then go to my website, YvonneRadleyMedia.com.